Well, hello, everybody. It's Brenda Ringe again here today with you, along with my co-host, Chris Sears. And we are here today to talk to you about It Is What It Is. And what does that actually mean? Well, today we're going to be talking to you about rehabbing, flipping, all this great stuff everybody believes in when they get into real estate. I'm going to be this great person and I'm going to do all these great things. But the thing about it is, how do I do it? Where do I get the help from? Well, this is the beauty about JPAR, the Sears Group. Chris and Jen are always providing great opportunities, and they meet the right people so that we can get all the help that we need. So today, I just want everybody to welcome. We have Andrew Mitchell with ReUp. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Brenda, for having me. Chris, thank you for having me as well.
I'm really excited about this one.
Exactly. So what we're going to do with this one is we are going to let just Chris and Andrew just talk it out so everybody can really understand what is going on and,
go from that. Make it happen. Yeah. So Andrew, I'm so excited to have you on. And this program that you guys have developed and what you're doing is going to really benefit agents and homeowners from now and into the foreseeable future. But I think the methodology that you're using really is going to empower people, particularly in the next 2 years because of the way the market's shifting and et cetera. I think your timing couldn't have been more impeccable.
Thank you, Chris. I really love this program that we've put together. At ReUp, we love to say that we've got a win-win-win situation. So we have a homeowner who's winning because we're helping them get their home rehabbed. Mm-hmm. We have an agent who's winning because that agent gets to sell a more expensive home. And ReUp's winning because we get to come in and help them and be taken along for the ride with everybody.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I just have one quick question because something just came to my mind when I first met some guys with ReUp. How long have y'all been doing this now?
So we started in early 2021, so we've been just around 18 months now.
And the growth, that's what I want to talk about. The growth, because of what your product is and what you're doing, is amazing. And so I do remember the gentleman, I can't remember his name, he has the dark hair, and they came in from Austin, and right. I had them. And that's when he first told us about this program and this small group that we had. And I was like, oh my God, this is like amazing. And then just to see now, it's just 2022 and what you're doing. So continue. I just had to throw my little 2 cents in.
I really appreciate that. I think we're on an amazing trajectory. We're now operating in 5 markets, and we have expanded outside the state of Texas. Wow. So right now we've got San Antonio, Austin, Houston, South Dallas, and Las Vegas where we're operating. We started in Austin, grew into San Antonio, added on Dallas when I came on board, and now Houston and Houston and Las Vegas have now joined us as franchisees.
Yeah, it's really an interesting model. Why don't you walk everybody through what ReUp does, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of it with, this is a subject matter expert issue on home flipping and rehabbing. But let's just tell everybody, what does ReUp do exactly?
Sure, Chris. So ReUp, what our focus is helping homeowners get their homes renovated with no out-of-pocket costs. We take care of everything. We've put together a platform that provides financing, project management, contractors, bidding, scoping of the project. Anything you can think of that's involved in the home renovation process is on that platform. It's a one-stop shop. Yep. Homeowner brings us in, agent brings us in. We take a look at everything. We give a guaranteed value on the home. We have a set budget. When we say a set budget, that means if it goes over, it comes out of our pocket. It does not come out of your pocket as the homeowner.
Oh, did y'all hear that?
So
okay,
that is our guarantee to you. So peace of mind. We all know that contractors love to say out of scope or, oh, that wasn't in the budget. I need a change order. Let's tack on some more for that.
Right. And so basically you're removing a lot of the risk from the homeowner having to manage contractors, and contractors then coming and change what we call change ordering up the budget, right? So you guarantee the budget or less. It's that amount or less, and it's on ReUp to manage the contractor and make sure that they hold to the budget. And if it goes over the budget, did I hear you right? The homeowner is not sharing in that risk. You are taking it all on?
That is 100% correct. We take on all the risk of the budget going over. We use our expertise to negotiate that make sure that the contractors are staying at or under budget because we don't want to miss out on the end. But what I forgot to mention is we are 100% incentivized to create value in your home. If we don't create any value, then we don't make any money because you don't make any money.
Right.
We come along for the ride with you, the homeowner. When you're making money, we're making money. If you're not making money, we're not making money.
Right.
So
That's
contractors,
something- I'm sorry, but let me stop you for a second there, because that is a little bit probably a foreign concept to most people listening to us right now. Normally, it's a homeowner versus contractor situation, and there's always this constant tension and negotiation. But you're saying that if the homeowner doesn't, if the homeowner doesn't make money, ReUp doesn't make money. So every dollar the homeowner makes, ReUp is getting incentivized as well. But then the homeowner doesn't have the risk.
That's exactly.
that's true, 100%
Wow.
true, Chris. So we all know that contractors win deals because they come in and they say, I'm just going to bid as low as possible to make it seem like
that,
seem
and
like this is
then-
the right budget. But I know in the back of my head, I'm really going to add on another $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to this bid
Ugh.
to get where I want to be.
I don't like
And
that.
I'm also going to try and sell you stuff that you don't need because that pads my margins
Uh-huh.
and I get paid on it, but that might not raise the value of your home.
Right.
I certainly have
Yeah.
seen that a lot with contractors in the days I've been in this business.
I'd say the best example we have of a contractor coming in is a house that we did just outside of Austin.
Okay.
Contractor came in and said that they needed to put $80,000 worth of landscaping and waterfalls in their backyard, and that was going to add value to the home.
Oh my gosh.
In our opinion, that might add $5,000 to $10,000 to the value of the home, but you're not going to get 80 grand or more out of that.
Are you getting TLC with that? Not that country.
Wow.
Well, not that country. What's that band? Was it TLC? That
Don't
song.
go chasing
Waterfalls.
waterfalls.
Are they coming with it? I mean, gosh, that's crazy.
So the way ReUp is set up is we come in, we give you a guaranteed value for your home. We rely on the agents to provide us with as-is comps that show what the value of the home is. We do a little research on those, come back and say, okay, this is what we think the value of the home is.
Right.
Let's go over this. Let's talk with the homeowner. For this example, I'm going to say we find a home and it's worth $400,000 in its current state. We take a look at the home. We ask that you give us information on the roof, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, hot water heater, and foundation. Those are all sort of major expenses that can really balloon up a budget. So we want to know going in what we're dealing with in terms of the condition of the home. We also ask for a walkthrough video of the home so that we can see what it looks like in that current condition to comp it to those other homes. Make sure that we're giving the homeowner a fair price. We're not in there to beat them up like your traditional flipper.
Right.
They're concerned with what's the lowest possible price that I can get. We're concerned with what's a fair price for this house. So we get that done. We've agreed to $400,000 as the budget. Or excuse me, $400,000 is the
price.
as is value on the home.
Yeah.
During that same time, we're taking a look at what's needed on the home. And in this case, we're going to say that we've come up with a budget of $100,000 to bring this up to a top of market property.
Okay.
We look at other homes and we look at comps in that neighborhood. We'll say that comparable homes are selling for around $600,000. So we look at that. We say, okay, what do we need to do? What's going to bring the most value to this home? We get all of that done, get the home fully renovated, take it, put it on the market. You as the agent who brought us the home, you then get to sell that home. We'll say you sell it for $600,000. So first off, agent, you're making more money because you took a $400,000 house. You're now selling a $600,000 house because you brought in ReUp. Homeowner, you had a $400,000 house. You were going to clear somewhere less of $400,000 after your closing costs. You've brought in ReUp. The way that our program works is that homeowner, you're guaranteed your $400,000 at closing. We're going to say that the home goes under contract and sells for $600,000. We put $100,000 in. That $100,000 comes back to ReUp. We have $100,000 of additional profit that we have created for you, the homeowner,
Correct.
that we then go in and split 50-50 with you. This is why we're incentivized to keep our budgets low and only do things that add value to the home. If we ballooned it up like a contractor, then there's no incentive for us to create extra value for you as the homeowner. So you homeowner and us ReUp, we split that $100,000 50-50. So you now walk away with $450,000. ReUp's walking away with some profit on helping you get that home renovated as well.
That's a beautiful thing. So in the end, everybody is pulling in the same direction, trying to maximize the equity in the home in order to maximize the homeowner's take.
Exactly. 100% focused solely on the homeowner, and we bring everybody else along for the ride when we try and make the homeowner more money. And what I'd love to say and get back to is, let's say that something happens, we find mold in the walls, or there's termite damage, all of the unknowns. Or, and I hate to say it, we've even seen people take electrical cords, plug them in behind the drywall, and run them as their own electric.
Wow.
So we've seen all of the worst DIY stuff you could think of. If we come across that, we remediate it, we get it taken care of. If it goes over that 100,000, say we spend another 15,000 to get rid of stuff like that, you homeowner don't get hit with that. You homeowners still get that 50 grand. That just comes out of our back end.
Wow. So
we're both like, wow.
So really what's going on is you're coming in as a subject matter expert when it comes to home renovation and preparing for maximum value on the market. So there's a lot to unpack there. That means you're not going to take the homeowner suggestions about the fuchsia wall they would want to have, or the crazy banana lights or whatever. You're going to renovate to the market. Is that correct?
That is correct. That also brings me to another point where we have a now patent pending process where we actually renovate the home to 80%, and we allow the end buyer to come in and customize the home to their liking. We have different color flooring that they can choose from the lightest light on wood look flooring to the darkest dark. We have multiple different colors of granite and stone countertops that you can put in. You can pick your wall colors. You can pick your fixture colors, the hardware, the backsplash. You get to customize this to be your dream home, your forever home. And it doesn't cost anything more.
Wow.
It is our same process. It just shortens your renovation period, and we finish it up during the closing.
Okay, that was my question because I was trying to figure out, at that point. So you're going to, home's not on the market yet. You're doing all your renovations. You stop up to, what determines whether or not you're going to do the 80% and then allow a buyer to come in? Because at some point that home then is going to go on the market.
So it goes on the market at 80%.
Okay.
So we have a 3D digital rendering along with material samples that are in the home. That homeowner can go into their MLS listing, grab the link, go right into a 3D version of that home, and they can click around and they can pick what wall colors they want. They can pick their cabinet colors.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
they can see it on the screen. Yeah.
So you get to put on and go into a virtual world and just walk through and see what your new home will look like. You really get to take as the buyer and make this 100% yours, not just have to say, I'm compromising because I love everything about this home, but I wish I had quartz countertops instead of black granite.
Yeah.
Or I wish I had really dark wood floors instead of really light wood floors. So
It's beautiful.
we're trying to take everything that the homeowner wants and put it on both sides of the equation.
That's amazing. So you got my wheels turning.
Yeah.
There's so many applications here, and as we move into, I want to run a scenario by you as we move into this 2023 market that we're going to see a lot of opportunity on the investment side. What if somebody came in and saw a house and they said, I want to buy this house and renovate it and flip it. And they had a relationship with a hard money lender that would give them 70% of ARV for that house. So let's run your scenario.
Okay.
Let's say ARV is 600. So that means a hard money lender is going to give an individual 70% of 600,000, right? Which is so 420.
Yep.
Right? They submit this property through underwriting for ReUp, and ReUp determines as its value is 400,000, after repair value is 600,000. What I'm seeing is that this individual is going to be able to get a loan from a hard money lender for up to 420. So for that whole 400 as is value, then once they own it, for zero money out of their pocket, they can then bring ReUp in and zero money out of their pocket. ReUp manages and fronts the money for the entire renovation, and then they put it on the market for sale for that maximum after repair value of 600. And they literally, for no money out of their pocket, have just leveraged a hard money lender and ReUp to then make somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 on that deal. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's exactly what you're hearing.
Oh my goodness.
That is exactly what you're hearing. We are.
There's just so much.
So this actually begins to then talk about, like, this is leaning toward completely decentralizing and fragmenting the hold that companies like Open Door and OfferPad have on the marketplace.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because now people don't have to wait or just go to companies like Open Door and OfferPad who are garnering all these large returns. They can share in that return, whether they're a real estate agent, whether they're an investor as an individual, or they're a hard money lender, or they're the consumer, the homeowner themselves. All of them can now share in the profit that an Open Door would normally take from the marketplace.
100%. Like I said at the beginning, we are here to help the homeowner make as much money as possible on their home. We're not here to make sure that the end buyer makes money on the home. We're here to make sure that you as the homeowner are taken care of first and foremost. And that's why we put our program together the way we have.
Yeah. There's a lot of smart people up in your little organization making it all go around.
I've got to quote one of our co-founders, Ryan Sawchuk, on this. His mantra in life is creating winning situations. And I think through the founding of ReUp, he has created a situation where everybody can come out winning.
Yeah.
That's a great mantra, creating winning situations. I love it.
I do too. That's really good. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Every time Chris was talking about it, we have our, the coffee with Chris like this morning, and he was talking about that. And one of the things that you said was, if your wheels are turning inside of you, do something about it. Start calling the people, start doing this, and automatically I've already got somebody in mind, up in the Dallas area though.
Okay.
But you said South Dallas. It can be any part of Dallas.
Yeah,
It
we
just
can
happens
handle
to be.
we can handle any part of Dallas. Our franchisee there just happens to live on the southern side of Dallas.
Yeah. They're Garland actually. So
That's not too bad.
yeah.
That'll be easy.
So that's somebody that I'm gonna chat with them first, and then get with you guys and figure out what we can do to make that happen up there. Because I really think that they would definitely. They're in a position where I think they need this to happen, and there's just a couple of things I need to do on my part with the numbers to make sure what's happening. So yeah, I mean, so many agents. I mean, we all see it, but it's part of that thing again. It's just executed.
Execution.
It's the execution that is probably like 90% of our downfall. We just don't do it. We know what we want to do, and then we don't. But there's constantly great programs like what you're providing that we're able to hear about, and it's amazing.
The thing that I will tell you is it does take a little bit of extra time, but I think given where the market's going and the changes that we're seeing, 2020, 2021, and early in 2022, things were flying off the shelves. That's not normal.
Right.
It is not normal to have something on the market for 48 hours,
That's not
30 offers, and have 20, 30,
Yeah.
40% over the asking price. That's just not a normal market. We are well positioned to help you come in and get offers in that neighborhood of having above what you could have gotten in that current state. But it's going to take us a little bit of time. Our average renovation runs about 10 to 12 weeks, and then you've got your time on market. So we're moving quickly. With our new patented process, we can cut down by about 4 weeks on that. So we can be ready in around 6 weeks, depending on the size of the home. I'd say for an average home, we'll say about 2,000 square feet, 3.2. It's going to take about 6 weeks for our Customize Your New Home process. It's going to be 10 to 12 weeks if we're going to go through and do the entire renovation and put a finished product on the market.
One question. What about a home that may have foundation issues?
Not a problem.
It's not a problem still.
We've
It's part of all of that.
It's all included in there. That's
Yeah.
why we ask for information on the foundation going in. If you tell us foundation's good, we know that we don't have to budget for that. If you tell us foundation's bad, we know that an average foundation repair costs between 10 and 20,000, depending on the size of the home and how bad it is. The other thing I'll say is, one, we're open to working with anybody, anyone in any situation, but we will look at you and we will tell you flat out whether or not it is a good option for you. If we can't put more money in your pocket at the end of the day as the homeowner, we're going to tell you that, and we're going to be honest and upfront and say we cannot help you in this situation. It's going to cost you more to do this than you're going to walk away with. I would recommend selling as is.
Yeah, and that speaks to the real value you're bringing to a real estate professional, being able to partner with them, and this being one of the options that the real estate professional can offer their consumer client, right? This is one of the options. If this one isn't the best option, or this one can't produce the most return for you, if that's what you're looking for, then here are the other options. And so really coming from a place of everybody being a true professional and having the consumer's best interest at heart is one of the, I believe, game changers that ReUp brings to the table. I can think of all kinds of scenarios where a homeowner might be in a situation where they inherited a property and they don't know what to do with the albatross now around their neck. They may have been in a situation where it's a forbearance issue, and they really are having a trouble continuing to make payments, catching up on forbearance. They may be facing foreclosure. This is a great way to not only save their credit, pull them out of foreclosure, but also give them some money in their pocket on the back end to be able to make a life transition, right?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, we'll work with anybody in any situation. We've worked with people who have had homes that were getting ready to go to bankruptcy, people that were being foreclosed upon. We work with them. We work with the bank. We let them know the process that we're going through, what we're trying to do. Banks like it because we're trying to get the most money for the house to make sure that they get full repayment if possible.
Yeah.
Homeowners like it because they don't have to go through the bankruptcy process. If we can get that home renovated quickly and sold for them for top dollar, it saves everybody.
So then that brings me to this question. Will you work with a house that's worth 200?
Yeah, we'll work with
Will you work with a house that's worth 2 million?
We'll work with a $2 million house.
Will you work with a $5 million house?
We'll work with a house at any price. If it makes sense, we'll work with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the key. It needs to make sense. Chris, did you not get that?
Just numbers. Just numbers. Well, I'm just thinking about somebody out there that might have a scenario and they're going,
is it going to help me?
Is it going to work on this $5 million deal? I don't know if they'll go that high. I don't know if they'll do that.
We'll go to any price and we will look at any budget. So if it needs $400,000 worth of work done to it and it's a $4 million house that could sell for $5 million, we're going to come in, we'll put that 400 in and we'll get it sold for $5 million.
Woo woo.
So we will do what makes sense to get a home sold at the right price.
Wow.
That is a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing. So anybody that's out there listening, just hit us up right over here because we'll be able to guide you through the ReUp program. So,
That's right.
So we're excited about it.
Put the power back in your hands, right? I mean,
100%.
That's essentially what you're saying. That's phenomenal.
And we like power, so no.
You are Powerhouse Property Group.
We are. I am Powerhouse Property Group. That's exactly right. Well, is there anything in closing that you would like to say more that you would want to add to this?
Well, I mean, I think that every single person that listens to this podcast can probably find at least one or two people that they come across per year that would benefit from this program.
Absolutely.
And if they do, everybody wins, right? So I'm blown away that the structure is so tight that it puts the power back in the homeowner's hands. I love that. And the investment opportunities on the back end with getting the right team in place could really ramp up a flipper's volume because they get tied up managing contractors and capital is tied up in the current project. So this frees all that up too.
100%. Somebody coming from the investor mindset that's looking to buy, fix, and flip, that's fine. think about the capital that you have to involve in one project. Maybe with ReUp, that one project means you can take on two because you have half the capital that you have to put in because we're fronting the capital to cover the renovation costs.
Yeah, that's massive. Do you have anything else you want to say besides giving out maybe a website?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Brenda and Chris for having me on today. I'm super excited to be here, and I'd love to see who we can help out in the future. If you need information, you can go to www.reupliving.com. That's REUP living.com. We have information and spaces on there where you can pull off some marketing materials. You can also submit a home if you have one, whether or not you're a homeowner or a real estate agent. You can drop all of your information in there and we'll be in contact with you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I think when I go to the page, the Get Started, you click the Get Started button or whatever, and that's how you can submit a property for review and underwriting.
Yep.
Super simple.
Awesome.
Takes us about 48 hours or so to get a property underwriting turned around.
Wow.
Man,
Okay.
this is awesome.
It is awesome, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I was actually going to make the call to the people that I'm considering with this, but like I said, then my phone kept ringing. I was like, So I'm going to do it today, though, so that I can figure out what I need to do because my head, it is spinning with those things, and it's like you get excited about it. So y'all really do bring some excitement to us. So thank you so much for that.
Certainly, Brenda.
We appreciate you. So with that being said, it has been another great week right here. I am Brenda Renge with It Is What It Is with Powerhouse Property Group and J. Pard, the Sears Group. So until next time, you be blessed.
Deuces.